Terrible Simpsons, Predictions for 2024. The animated series, The Simpsons, has become a cultural phenomenon. The Simpsons, a seemingly innocuous animated sitcom, has inexplicably woven itself into the fabric of reality, with uncanny premonitions flickering across its comedic canvas. For over 3 decades, this Springfield-based satire has entertained audiences and startled them with its eerily accurate predictions. From the election of Donald Trump to the emergence of a global pandemic, the series has garnered a reputation for foreshadowing the future with unsettling accuracy. The Simpsons has consistently defied the boundaries of the present, offering glimpses into a future stranger than fiction. But what horrors, what wonders await us in the year 2024? The Simpsons, our cartoon Cassandra, may hold the key. Let us embark on a journey where the many Simpsons prophecies that have come true, culminating in a closer look at the potential terrors that may lie ahead. The very first case, the animated world of The Simpsons, has an eerie history of predicting real-life events, and one such instance left a heavy heart on everyone. In a 1994 episode titled Marge Gets a Job, Homer takes on a safety inspector role at the Springfield nuclear power plant. During one scene, a chilling prediction unfolds. A faulty submarine design leads to a catastrophic implosion, trapping the crew within a metal tomb. Fast forward to August 12, 2000, and the real world mirrored this fictional tragedy in a way that sent shivers down spines. The K-141 Kursk, a Russian nuclear submarine, met its demise in the Barents Sea. The cause? A faulty torpedo that detonated with devastating consequences. Reports from nearby ships described a chilling sequence: a first, muffled explosion, followed by a much larger one, a grim echo of The Simpsons episode. The tragedy deepened when it became clear that the Russian Navy wasn't immediately aware of the disaster. Precious hours ticked by before a search and rescue operation even began. By the time help arrived, the Kursk had sunk to a depth of 354 feet, a watery grave on the ocean floor. Making matters worse, the submarine's rescue buoys, intentionally disabled during a previous mission, offered no hope of escape for the crew. For 5 agonizing days, the Russian Navy attempted to access the crippled submarine, but their efforts proved futile. Finally, with President Putin authorizing external assistance, British and Norwegian divers managed to reach the Kursk's 9th compartment. Sadly, it was far too late for the crew. The Simpsons prediction, once a macabre scene on television, had become a chilling reality. In another episode called Tripping on Nuts, there's a scene where a character, aptly named NSA Guy, absconds with highly sensitive information from the National Security Agency, making a beeline for Cuba. Sounds familiar, right? How this mirrored Edward Snowden's revelation in June 2013 is almost eerie. Snowden, a former NSA contractor, made headlines when he exposed top-secret documents detailing the NSA's expansive surveillance program. His actions were driven by a sense of disillusionment with government practices. He felt unheard despite raising ethical concerns internally, prompting him to take drastic measures. Following his disclosure, Snowden sought refuge in Russia, not Cuba, where he's been residing since. It's worth noting that he obtained Russian citizenship in 2022, thanks to President Vladimir Putin. The parallels between The Simpsons and Snowden's saga are uncanny, leaving us to wonder, was Snowden influenced by the show, or was it merely a coincidence? It's just one more example of how the show manages to capture the zeitgeist. Let's dive into the details in the next scene. You won't believe these other predictions that came true. During Donald Trump's presidency, many people were deeply concerned about the uncanny accuracy of The Simpsons predictions, particularly those related to 2024. The animated series has a reputation for forecasting real-world events with surprising precision, and Trump's rise to the presidency is one of the most striking examples. In the year 2000, an episode titled "Bart to the Future" aired, featuring a storyline where Donald Trump becomes President of the United States. At the time, Trump was a businessman and reality TV star with no direct involvement in politics, making the prediction seem far-fetched. In the episode, a character laments, "As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump," a nod to the classic 1985 film Back to the Future. This fictional scenario became a reality 16 years later, when Donald Trump was elected as the 45th President of the United States on November 8, 2016. The realization of this prediction left many people astounded and curious about the show's foresight. The writers of The Simpsons have explained that they included Trump in the episode because of his flamboyant and larger-than-life personality. They intended it as a humorous and exaggerated plot point, never imagining it would come true. Despite their claims, it's hard for fans to dismiss the show's predictive power, especially given the number of other accurate predictions it has made over the years. The alignment of this fictional scenario with real-life events continues to captivate and, in some cases, alarm viewers. As we approach 2024, the concern that other Simpsons predictions might also come to fruition remains a topic of discussion, highlighting the unique intersection between satire and reality that the show embodies. The devastating Ebola outbreak that ravaged West Africa from 2014 to 2016 was the third largest in history since the virus was first identified in 1976. Sadly, over 2,600 people were infected and 11,325 lost their lives to this deadly disease. While a century ago, a virus, likely influenza, with similar characteristics may have infected a massive number of people, the 2014 Ebola outbreak was notable for its wide geographic spread, affecting 10 countries, including the United States. Curiously, this outbreak appeared to confirm a prediction made by The Simpsons in a 1997 episode titled Lisa's Sacks. In the episode, a sick Bart is offered a book called Curious George and the Ebola Virus. Although a seemingly light-hearted reference, this prediction gained significance when the United States became one of the few countries outside of West Africa to be affected by the virus. In a chilling echo of this prediction, a traveler from Liberia was diagnosed with Ebola in the United States, adding another layer to the show's apparent ability to foresee future events. In another instance, the 1993 episode Marge in Chains featured a flu pandemic originating in Asia. This storyline eerily foreshadowed the COVID-19 virus outbreak that started in Wuhan, China, and rapidly spread across the globe. The striking similarities between the fictional Osaka flu and the real-world COVID-19 pandemic have sparked speculation about the show's creators possessing a time machine or having an extraordinary gift of foresight. While the idea of predicting the future remains firmly in the realm of fiction, the coincidences between The Simpsons and real-world events continue to captivate and intrigue audiences. Whether these instances are merely coincidental or indicative of something more profound, they serve as a testament to the show's enduring popularity and its ability to spark conversations about the world we live in. The series' next prediction is about the evolution of female leadership. In a curious twist of fate, The Simpsons animated series seems to have foreshadowed a possible future trajectory in American politics. The episode Bart to the Future featured Lisa Simpson as the first female U.S. president, facing a budget crisis inherited from a previous Trump administration. This episode, airing in 2000, eerily aligned with the real-life election of Donald Trump and the subsequent inauguration of Kamala Harris as the first female vice president in 2021. the connection between Lisa Simpson and Kamala Harris became even more intriguing when Harris wore a purple jacket and pearl necklace during her inauguration, mirroring Lisa's attire in the episode. While the wardrobe choice could be coincidental, it fueled speculation about Harris potentially becoming the first female president, especially if President Biden were to step down due to health or age-related concerns. This scenario would make Harris not only the first female president, but also the first to directly succeed a sitting president. The possibility of Harris ascending to the presidency highlights the evolving landscape of American politics. While the Simpsons prediction may not be a concrete prophecy, it serves as a fascinating example of how popular culture can sometimes reflect or even anticipate real-world events. Speaking of female presidents, the potential candidate in this next scene will surprise you: Ivanka's ascent. In the Treehouse of Horror 27 episode, which aired on October 16, 2016, Homer Simpson can be seen wearing a badge that reads, "Ivanka 2028. This suggests that the former first daughter might run for the presidency in 2028. The Simpsons didn't stop there. In 2017, they released another episode that depicted Ivanka as a member of the Supreme Court. While this prediction is still 4 years away, Donald Trump's involvement in the 2024 presidential election, with his rallying cry to "Make America Great and Glorious Again," has sparked speculation about whether this could pave the way for his daughter in the next election. The idea of Ivanka Trump running for president has led many to question the influence of celebrities in politics, particularly the future role of the Trump family in American political life. However, Ivanka has publicly stated that she does not plan to pursue a political career. She emphasized that while she will always love and support her father, she intends to do so from outside the political arena in the future. Despite this, Donald Trump's approach to politics, focused not on earning the approval of Beltway elites, but on his vision of making America great again, leaves some wondering if Ivanka might change her mind. This prediction might seem far-fetched now, especially with Ivanka's current stance, but considering the uncanny accuracy of the Simpsons predictions, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. If Ivanka were to reconsider and run in 2028, she could become the first female president of the United States, unless Kamala Harris beats her to it. As the years progress, only time will tell if The Simpsons will be right once again. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence has sparked both excitement and apprehension. The possibility of AI replacing human jobs is a primary concern, and it's not just a futuristic concept. We're already witnessing this shift in some Japanese restaurants where robots serve customers. Interestingly, The Simpsons, known for its uncanny predictions, tackled this issue back in 2012 in the episode Them Robot. Mr. Burns replaced his human workforce with robots, a process mirroring how AI is trained in the real world. These trained AI systems often surpass human capabilities, as seen with self-driving cars and AI competing with professionals in various fields. This raises questions about our future relevance. Will AI eventually render us obsolete? Could we even be dominated by AI robots, as depicted in numerous movies and shows? The Simpsons episode, Itchy and Scratchy Land, even explored a scenario where theme park robots gained sentience and rebelled. Recent events, such as the firing of a Google AI researcher for expressing concerns about a lifelike AI, add to the unease. The possibility of AI developing human-like emotions raises ethical and existential questions. While these predictions may seem far-fetched, the rapid progress in AI and robotics calls for thoughtful consideration. As we navigate this evolving landscape, it's crucial to find a balance between embracing AI's potential benefits and ensuring ethical development that prioritizes human well-being. This isn't the first time The Simpsons seem to predict the future. Remember their foresight on video calls and smartwatches? While the origins of certain predictions may spark debate, it's undeniable that The Jetsons, a show first gracing screens in the early 1960s, unveiled a plethora of technologies that seemed fantastical at the time. Imagine characters conversing effortlessly through video phones, occasionally punctuated by humorous misunderstandings like calling the Jetsones, Jetson, "Ah, it's a phone, I'll get it," or sporting wrist-worn communication devices eerily reminiscent of today's smartwatches. However, due to our collective penchant for recalling recent events more vividly, many mistakenly attribute these predictions to The Simpsons. Although The Jetsons had its final revival in 1985, The Simpsons didn't feature Lisa using a video phone booth to chat with her fiancé until the 1995 episode Lisa's Wedding. Nonetheless, video calls have since become an integral part of global communication. Delving deeper into the archives, the 1991 Simpsons episode, Bart Gets an Elephant, showcases a character sporting a wristwatch with video calling capabilities, predating the Apple Watch by a considerable margin. These striking parallels raise the captivating question: did technology giants draw inspiration from these animated series? Intriguingly, the ripple effect might have extended to the entertainment industry as well, as we shall uncover in the next chapter. In a move that shook the entertainment industry, Disney acquired 21st Century Fox, formerly 20th Century Fox, on March 20, 2019, for a staggering $71.3 billion. While corporate acquisitions weren't unheard of, the sheer scale of this one left many astounded. Yet, the most astonishing aspect was the uncanny prediction made by The Simpsons in their 1998 episode When You Dish Upon a Star, where a sign displaying 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Company, appeared on screen. The implications are fascinating. Disney now owns The Simpsons, a show that has become synonymous with predicting future events. This phenomenon has sparked both curiosity and a hint of unease, given the show's track record of foreseeing everything from political outcomes to technological advancements. The 1998 prediction of the Disney-Fox merger materialized 22 years later, reshaping the landscape of Hollywood by reducing the number of major studios to just 5: Disney, Sony, Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Universal. The ramifications of this acquisition are vast, with all Fox movies and shows now falling under the Disney umbrella and finding a new home on Disney+. The Simpsons have made another startlingly accurate prediction, taking their imaginative storytelling to new heights. Their vision of the future is once again proving to be remarkably prescient. So, what are we talking about this time? It's the dream of colonizing Mars. Imagine exotic vacation destinations like Dubai, the Bahamas, Paris, Bali, the Maldives, and now Mars. Yes, you heard that right. The red planet in our solar system. While humanity has already set foot on the moon, Mars is the next frontier we aim to conquer. In the 59th episode titled The Margan Chronicles, which aired on March 13, 2016, Lisa Simpson volunteers to move to Mars permanently. Her family, not thrilled with the idea, concocts various schemes to dissuade her, all of which fail. Ultimately, they don't end up traveling to Mars during the main storyline. However, the episode fast-forwards to the year 2051, revealing that Marge and Lisa are living on Mars, and Lisa is considering a move to Venus. Shortly after this episode aired, Elon Musk announced his ambitious plans to send humans to Mars and establish a colony of 1 million people. The striking similarity between Musk's timeline and the episode is hard to ignore. Musk aims to achieve this goal by 2050, just a year before the date depicted in The Simpsons. This coincidence suggests that, according to the show's timeline, Mars would be colonized by 2050, with Marge and Lisa living there for a year before Lisa contemplates her move to Venus. While the idea of living on Mars might seem far-fetched, Musk and his company SpaceX are diligently working to turn this vision into reality. The progress in space travel and technology is making the once unimaginable concept of interplanetary colonization increasingly plausible. This episode of The Simpsons continues to captivate audiences, blending humor with futuristic predictions that inch closer to becoming part of our real-world experience. The thought of a third world war, a global catastrophe, is undeniably chilling. It's a fear that has crept into our minds as we witness escalating tensions on the world stage. The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, the persistent Israeli-Palestinian war, and the rising tension between the US and China over Taiwan's independence all contribute to a sense of unease. These concerns are not mere speculation, as even Andrew Bustamante, a former CIA spy, has predicted the likelihood of World War III in 2024. Interestingly, the animated sitcom The Simpsons seemingly predicted a third world war back in 1987. Although the episode was humorous, it raises questions about the writer's foresight. While we hope their prediction doesn't come to pass, it's worth noting that another prediction from the show, an economic collapse, seems worryingly close to reality. The global economy has faced significant challenges, particularly after the COVID-19 pandemic. The US, for instance, printed trillions of dollars to maintain economic stability, a move that economists warn could lead to inflation, job loss, and housing instability. The economic outlook remains uncertain, and the possibility of a financial freefall, as depicted in The Simpsons, cannot be entirely dismissed. The Simpsons has garnered a unique reputation for its uncanny ability to predict the future. From political upheavals to technological advancements and even celebrity careers, the show has repeatedly showcased scenarios that later unfold in real life. This phenomenon has fascinated and sometimes unsettled audiences who wonder about the writer's prescience and the potential for these satirical forecasts to become reality. While the show's creators insist that many of these predictions are mere coincidences born out of their imaginative storytelling, the frequency and accuracy of these forecasts have sparked widespread speculation and intrigue. The predictions about Donald Trump's presidency, the potential colonization of Mars, and even the possibility of World War III, or Ivanka Trump's political aspirations, reflect a blend of humor, satire, and eerily accurate foresight. Whether these predictions are the result of astute social commentary, the cyclical nature of history, or sheer coincidence, The Simpsons has undeniably carved a niche for itself in popular culture. As we continue to watch the series and observe the unfolding of world events, the lingering question remains: how much of The Simpsons' future predictions will come true? Only time will reveal the extent of the show's prophetic prowess, but one thing is certain: its impact on how we perceive potential futures is both profound and enduring.